we go. Welcome, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching VolcanoX live stream. And thank you for joining us today. Glad to have you all on board. And Mummy of Hamster says, welcome, Uncle Doc. Thanks. Hi Doc, I hear you from Sue, and welcome from Kevin. So awesome, you guys. Thank you, and appreciate that. And it is good that we're here today. Of course, September the 11th today, and we know that is a day we want to always remember and hope never repeats. So we'll maybe give a quick moment of silence later and work on that. Anyway, wow, lots of people happening and today here. Anyway, interesting stuff that's going on. We have Yvonne Kunkel is in Iceland, of course, and she was out visiting Ragnar today. And that is one of those things. So it was interesting with some of the reports we got. They actually found a lava tube, and they were able to get a camera into that lava tube and be able to see Bob, the wall of Bob, which is really, really awesome. But anyway, we won't go there too far because I don't know exactly how they did it. But Yvonne did say she will get some video to us once she gets back home, and that will be awesome, and we will see what we've got. Anyway, welcome to everyone. Welcome to the moderators hiding in the background. Hopefully Arizona Snowman. I know Piggy was over in Turkey today, so she is deadbeat tired, and she will, in all likelihood, just stay in the background and lurk if she's not sleeping, which is absolutely fine by me. And I haven't seen Joseph or C&D Boy or Lucas, so I don't know where they're at, but I did see our wonderful friend Gary. And that is, of course, 24/7 live AZ Skies. So we do have some moderators kicking around, and that is all right. Anyway, no worries there, and welcome to everyone, of course. And, I didn't write down who was first. Who the heck was first? Oh, was it that Kevin guy? I think Kevin might have been first today. No, hang on. Wasn't Kevin. Who was it? Who was first today? I know Mummy of Hamsters was 3. Number 3. She only gets crumbs. Kevin Haynes was first. Yeah, that's what I thought I said originally. Yeah, Kevin gets the cookies. Kevin, there's cookies coming. A nice try, John. A nice try. And Yvonne Kunkel is here. Welcome, Yvonne. Glad to have you on board. And just giving some cookies there to that guy. And while we're at it, we're going to give some cookies to Yvonne, just because she's such a nice person. And she gets some lava cookies too. So there you go. Me, John, for you, since I'm handing out cookies all over the place, you get one. There you go. Anyway, there you go. That's what we're doing today, and of course, that is pretty awesome. So, welcome to all of you, and glad to have you all on board here. And like I said, yes, Yvonne is definitely there in Iceland, and she gave us that wonderful report on what we were kind of looking at before. So we know that Ragnar is still smoking a bit, off-gassing, that kind of thing. So if you see that smoke coming up from certain cameras, you'll know what it's all about. Speaking of certain cameras, let's stop the video here right now. This, of course, was canned lava, and that was from the 7th of August. Let me find where the heck I put that. Okay, I got that one. Need to get that one off. And we'll remove that banner too while we're at it. This thing is doing funny things to me again. And there we go. Got the banner off as well. Okay, yep. I suspected as much, just looking in the chat. Thanks, Arizona Snowman, all good. And, okay, so, yeah, that is our wonderful Siggy Fisher right this moment. And that is kind of what we're seeing there. And we know it is doing its thing. But the other view that people were looking at, and let's see if it'll kick in here, is this one. And I do have it framed up a little bit better here, so we'll try doing that. And as you can see in here, this was the area, this is where Ragnar is. And of course the Siggy Fisher would be down underneath here behind the hill. But the smoke that we were seeing was coming up right in this area and then all the way kind of right there. You know, and that is from Ragnar and from Geldingadalur. And that is the areas that are still fairly hot. So that is kind of neat and wonderful to see. But anyway, I just thought we'd share that one with you. Let's put it back on the other view, and that is this one, and I gotta set that correctly. No, that is not right. What did I do wrong? Oh, hang on, that's not the right one. This is the one. There we go. Got it fixed. All right. So that's what we're seeing, and that is pretty cool. Anyway, we're going to say hi to everyone since we're here. We'll start out by saying hello to Henry Nelson and Oh Mummy of Hamsters, and Grandma B is here. King Colin Dedman, Sue Hayes, and then of course Yvonne Kunkel. And I see Arizona Snowman is here. Welcome. And going up some more, Kevin Haynes, Nancy Buchanan, John Raper. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And going up some more, looking for more wonderful names. And let's see, we got Hermione is back in. Welcome, Hermione. She's doing things while watching or listening. That is also cool. We don't mind that. John Raper, of course, here wanting his cookies. John, you got to be first to get cookies right off the bat. So that's how it works. Sharon Stewart is also here, and we hear you. Daryl R., welcome. Glad to have you on board. And going up some more, Nancy Buchanan, I think we got. And of course we... Okay, going up. I'm trying to find names here. You guys really chatty. We got Daryl R. Ariane, welcome back. And let's see, who else have we got in here? Lots of people in chatting, which is really, really nice. That is what it's all about, a good community. And scrolling up here a little bit more, looking for more other names. And a lot of repeats in here. It's the chatty bunch, and we like it. So, all right. I think we're going, looking for names. And Evie Stardust and Lizoid and Bo, welcome. Glad to have you guys in here. Kirst Chaplin also made it back in. Welcome. Amelia was in and out. So thanks, Amelia, 6 Cents Amelia, and glad to have you pop in anyway and say hi. And let's see, let's see. I'm just trying to read that. Cam, another eruption? No, I don't think so. I'm just scrolling. Lizoid is also here. Welcome. And Connie Tyree, welcome. Nick Addison, good to have you back. And I'm all the way to the top of my page. Don't see any other names there, but if I did miss your name, it wasn't intentional or on purpose. I try to say hi to everyone. Sometimes we just end up scrolling up over top of somebody and not seeing the name, since we do have a lot of people in here. Anyway, I do say hi to you no matter what. Anyway, let's carry on with what we've got going on. So obviously we see what's going on here on the screen. We do know that right now there really is a quiet time for our area. Nothing major happening at the Siggy Fisher, and we also don't have anything major happening over at Ragnar, even though people are hoping it does start doing things. Yeah, smoking, you're going to see smoke coming off in certain places. I'm going to see if my mouse is working. Yeah, you can see the smoke here and some smoke on the edges. And these are places where because that lava is quite hot underneath there, it's going to take a long time for that area to cool off. So we're going to see that smoking for a while. Oh, wow. Oh, mummy of hamsters. Thanks for that wonderful super chat. And let me write that down. Oh, mommy. Boy, that's such a long name. Oh, $5 super chat. Thank you very kindly. Ice cream, money, Uncle Doc, or Pepsi? Well, what about both? That kind of would work. Get me an ice cream and a Pepsi. How about that? I think that might work. That's real thanks, though. Big thank you, and appreciate it. Oh, mummy of hamsters. So that is awesome. And anyway, looking at what we've got, so we know we've got that other view that we can peek at, and that is, of course, I'll copy that link in here and drop it in so you guys can have a peek as well. And there it is. So that one is a little bit different. It's, of course, up on the hill and just to the south, or I guess southwest, well, slightly south of the power plant, and that's the view that we've kind of got there. So looks pretty awesome. But it doesn't show too much smoke right now, and like I say, right there is where Ragnar is, and that's what we're seeing. So let's put it back over here for now. Let's pop over to the harmonic tremor chart to get a little bit of an idea of what's happening down in the bowels of the Earth for movement and stuff like that. So refreshing it right now. And I don't want to sound like a meanie, but we're heading down. It's going down, not doing too much. There isn't much, Dr. Fox. Isn't much. And that's exactly what I'm seeing. There is not. So I don't know what we can really say about the Siggy Fisher. I myself have got a sneaky hunch it's not going to go again. It's been too long now, so it is one of those things. And I was hoping to see it way up here, but no such luck. So that is what we've got right now at there in wonderful Iceland, right near Siggy, and unfortunately that's it. It's gone quiet on us. Anyway, let's have a look at some of the earthquakes around, and let's see if my earthquake maps will actually handle today. Yesterday was a challenge. There's the other one, and yeah, It's set for 24 hours. Last 24 hours, 919 earthquakes is what we're seeing, and that is quite a few. Let's take a look at down here, Reichen's Peninsula first, that area. We'll start out here in the water. We have from 1224, we have a 1.6, 13.8 kilometers down. And then we have a few others here. Another new one came in. 1.38, 5.7 kilometers down from 1158. Probably same time. Yeah, 1123 on that one, 0.76. That one's a little more shallow, 270 meters down. Interesting to see that. And then we've got some smaller ones, 6.5 clicks down from 1526 for the 0.4, and the 0.68, 5.7 kilometers down from 3:17 a.m. That's right out on the peninsula. And of course, down here by Grindavik is this guy here, 6:03 this morning, 1.39. And it was at 5.7 kilometers down. Really nothing to get too alarmed about. And then we had this guy here. I'm just curious about the depth on this one. 33 minutes after midnight, 0.94, 5.5 kilometers down. And really, that is not much. And then, of course, here is our original Ragnar, and actually they've moved things here. I don't know what if they are trying to say, hey, it's moved over there. It's still over here. Anyway, that is what we are seeing there, but we don't see any quakes right in that area, and it's kind of disappointing. This is what we want here. Hey Tetra, welcome. Glad to have you on board. Storm Chaser as well. Good to see you. Anyway, this one was actually from yesterday, 2346, 0.48 and 4.8 kilometers down. So quite deep still. This one was closer up to the surface, 135 meters down, 0.3 from 2253 yesterday. And then a newer one from today here, 4.7 kilometers down, 0.42 from 1331. So really not a heck of a lot of activity in the area, and nothing that is going to make us jump up and down and go, hey, it's going to happen. But no, nothing. Anyway, we do see some fresher ones here. Again, they're quite deep, 5.2 clicks for the 0.3. This guy, 0.2, 5.6 kilometers down. We do have a little bit of a funny swarm sitting right here, but that is, I don't know what the heck that's about. It's very local, very concentrated, and let's just take a look at some of the depths. 1.5 happened at 8:19 this morning, 7.2 kilometers down. This guy 7.9 kilometers down, 0.92 from 8:17 a.m. This is a 1.01, again 7.8 kilometers down, 8:11 a.m. and just 7.3 clicks down for the 0.59 from 8:35. So it gives you a sample anyway of what's there. 6.2 kilometers down, 0.8. Oh boy, get that right. 0.58. There we go. From 8:28. That's what happens when you try to say everything at once. It doesn't always work, and that's kind of what we got. Okay, so a little bit there makes you wonder what's going on under there, but that's still fairly deep. I don't think that's going to be much of a concern. And we'll zoom back out a little bit. I did spot this guy here over on top of Katla, and that is 135 meters down, a 1.83, and that was from 1256. So Katla's got something going on. And then we see a couple of well, there's a 2.75 right here, 2.1 kilometers down, and that is on top of Bardabunga, or that area anyway. From 1443 to 2.75 for that guy. The other one right there, hang on, let's see if we can split them up. The other one was different, 2.6. There it is, 2.6. And that one is only 135 meters down, though. So there could be a possibility that there's something happening there. Either we've had a little collapse of some sort or something like that. Those are possibilities. Anyway, 1436, and that's kind of what we're seeing there. 2.6 for that guy. They also had a 1.94 from a 1.4 kilometers down. Boy, am I having trouble talking today. That was yesterday's at 22:23. So there we go. Not much else right down on the bottom here. Nothing until we get up into the Grimsey area. And of course, Grimsey area, we all know that's where most of the quakes are right now. And you can see that pile, and it is just piled up, just one after another after another. And I don't know, I just want to look at some of the depths, not necessarily the sizes, but they are ranging anywhere from 4s down to 0s. So they're in there, and there are lots of them. Hey, Sherry Hewitt is here as well. Welcome. And anyway, 1.8 there was 6.2 kilometers down from 1927. And if we zoom in a little bit here, try to isolate a couple of the larger ones. Here's a 3, 5 kilometers down, 1.6. Hang on, that's a 1.6. That's not the 3 that we were looking for. We are looking for the 3. Is that the 3? There we go. That is 12.4 kilometers down from 1932. Here's a 0.25, 5.9 kilometers down, 15:39 is the time on that one. A little bit older, 3.2, 10.6 clicks down, 5:39 this morning. And let's see if we can spot some bigger ones in here. Here we've got a 3.48, 10 kilometers down, 4:30 this morning. And let's see, how big is this guy? 3.6, 13.5 kilometers down from 1312. So lots of interesting sizes and interesting times there. And the depths definitely do vary depending on where you're looking. But a lot of it is down from about 9 to 15 kilometers, which is kind of weird. Well, actually, it wouldn't be in that area, really. Now, Yvonne had mentioned earlier that the energy level is much, much higher. In this area, and basically anything can happen. We could see some type of an eruption, perhaps, a submariner style eruption, and you never know. Iceland could be getting bigger. That would be neat, wouldn't it? Anyway, this one happened, that was a 2.8 from 11:43, 6.9 kilometers down for that guy. I think we have to pay those lava workers a whole bunch more, though, before we're going to see any new islands popping out. And anyway, I'm not going to go over all of these because there are just way, way too many. And you guys are more than welcome to punch in Earthquake 3 and grab the link and have a look and count them yourself if you want. And that is definitely something there. And yeah, that one is Earthquake 3 is the one that we want to bring. Yeah, thanks, Arizona Snowman. Cool. And then, okay, still a very deep quakes though. Yep, the amount is dropping in number, but who knows? Yeah, that's the thing is we don't know what's going to go on there yet. And again, this whole thing there could subside. It could drop off within 2 or 3 days, and we wouldn't see any more than we normally see in that entire area. But hey, that's just the way it is. Now, something I do want to bring to light, and since we've been talking about tectonic action and things like that, I do want to kind of point out that we did have a very, very large quake happen in, let's see, Papua New Guinea last night. And we'll just go over here and look at it for a second. A 7.6, and that happened yesterday at 17:46, 90 kilometers down, and that is what we've seen there. So that is one heck of a big rumble. And then, of course, afterwards they had a couple of small ones, aftershocks, if you will. At least the one right on top of it, 4.5 from 1927. And then I noticed this one this morning, 5.0, and that was from 1842. So that was actually, I think this one was earlier than this one. So definitely some shaking going on, but that is a big quake, 7.6. So that is interesting and very unique. Now, remember what I was saying about, we're seeing all this shaking in Iceland, and then we've had a couple extra quakes up there. And we know that, this line here is actually the connection to this line here. And we've had quakes here. So we've got these quakes, and that is transferring all the way through. And we see it here on this side as well. And now that goes down. And I'm wondering if there is some kind of pressure being put on this area. But hey, they've had many, many quakes there anyway in the past. So I'm, just kind of throwing it out. We also see a little bit more of a swarm right here in Indonesia. And that is kind of interesting as well. 4.9, 5.7, and a 6.0 right in that area. So the whole world's a shifting, you guys, and that is kind of what we're seeing there today. Anyway, getting back to Iceland just for a sec, that's what we've got for today. Unfortunately, nothing new, and that is kind of what it is earthquake-wise. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. Now, Yvonne promised she's going to go out to the visor cam tomorrow, and she's going to wave in front of the cam for us. And I hope tomorrow's sunny, because those things are running on solar power right now, those cameras. So that would be good. Bring a flashlight, Yvonne, if you have to give power to the to the solar panels. I'm kidding. Oh boy, can't beat a bit of working. Yep, no, it's always fun, always good to lurk. Anyway, let's pop over to Yvonne's other favorite place, and of course that is over in Sicily, and that is Mount Etna. And right now we're not seeing it. You can almost see the outline, but it is very dark there. I'm going to back this up. I did not make any videos of it today, but we can still go back a little bit and have a look. And this was at about 1934, so 7:34 in the evening. That's what we're seeing. The little bit of off-gassing up top, nothing major going on there. And all quiet. If we go back a little further in the day with a little more daylight, this is kind of what it looked like. In the foreground, of course, you get that evaporation happening from in the valley here, because the sun got to it, and it starts to pop up. But we can see some brownish smoke in there, and of course that's indicating that there could be some ash and other material from the volcano still coming out of the volcano. And we'll likely see that it is still producing some SO2 and other things as well. And that is kind of what Etna is looking like right now. And hopefully that'll give you a better idea. That's not bad there. And getting a little further into the evening, we see what it looks like. And oh, that's too far. But I think we'll leave it there. I just want to kind of pop back here. Yeah, that was the view earlier, and that's really why I wasn't doing anything with making any kind of videos, because it really just doesn't show much, right, other than clouds pop by. But that is what it is. Anyway, back to live. There it is. That is live. It is 22 and 25 there in Sicily, and not bad. Not a great place to live with breathing problems. Okay, welcome CVET69, glad to have you on board. And yeah, I don't know if it really is. I've never been there, but I guess if you have a lot of heat and everything else and stagnant air, yeah, it would create some problems for you if you do have some issues breathing. Anyway, I'm just looking at the time here, a little bit ahead of schedule. Let's pop over to the Azores before it gets dark, and we'll have a quick peek since they are on the same mid-Atlantic ridge that Iceland is on. So, of course, there you can see the harbor with the lights on down on the bottom. And of course, some of the town, you can almost make out Pico Island. It is there in the cloud work, and that is kind of what we're seeing there right now. Popping over to that cove, looking for that white water, and we do see quite a bit of that white water. So seas are pretty rough according to this area. And careful with your little boats, because I think that is too much for the little boats. They will sink, and you don't want that. Anyway, yeah, you can see those waves are a couple of meters when they wash up on the shore here. So definitely not little boat weather. All right, let's have a peek and see what we got for earthquakes. And this I know is going to be fairly simple. We'll make that bigger, this smaller. There we go. There we go. There it is. From 6:37 a.m. and it is 2.0 is what we've seen there. So that's all they've got there. The last one's 1.9 from yesterday. A couple of them, and a 2.1. And I think we got all of those. I think we may have missed this one from yesterday, but anyway, this one 2.1 or 2.0, 6:37 in the morning. Nothing major. Let's have a look in the other chart here. Going to zoom that back out, and then we'll refresh that one, and just so we can see it and see if there were any other quakes in other locations. In the Azores, and it looks like we've already spotted a couple. So there we go. And of course, if we zoom in a little bit, that is Pico Island, or sorry, this is Pico Island. That is Sao Jorge, the island of concern. And here is where the two quakes are. So 6 hours ago, 2.0, and 6 hours ago, a 3.5. So that's a little bit bigger. And of course, the island here is the other one. That is Terceira, if I said it right, Terceira. And of course, that is the other volcano that shows up on your map if you are looking at the volcano maps and see that it is some activity. I don't know if it is, in fact, doing anything, but I haven't heard. Anyway, getting back to Sao Jorge, there it is. 24 hours ago 2.3, and then 21 hours ago 2.1, and the other one is a 2.0 from 14 hours ago, according to this map. So there we go, and we see that 3.5 is actually quite deep, 26 kilometers down, and we see it on the little map over here. We don't need to bring that one up today, but they are also showing the older ones here from yesterday, which is within that 24-hour period. So that's kind of what we're seeing, and not too bad there, you guys. So that is awesome. Let's get you back over to here for right now. And what we'll do is we'll throw the canned lava back on for now. There we go. And I am going to go take that break. And for those good people who are here, if you have not yet hit that like button, please help us out. YouTube analytics definitely makes a big difference in the amount of coverage we get. So if you haven't hit that button yet, please do give it a quick shot. Also, if you can share the stream out, that type of stuff, that's always nice. And on that friendly note, if you're new, you might want to consider subscribing as well. All right, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I'm going to take a 5-minute break or thereabouts. Keep smiling, be nice, play good in the lava, don't hurt anybody, and make sure that Yvonne doesn't wander out into the lava. Tomorrow she's going to be looking for gold for us, so hopefully she's going to be successful. Anyway, I'll be back. Don't go away, you guys. And there we go. Microphone is back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you all on board. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching VolcanoX live stream. And thank you, everyone. And that is thanks, Sue. And John says microphone is on. Thanks, Yvonne and Kevin and Sharon Stewart. I can hear you, Dr. Fox. A-OK. All right. DJ saying WB, WQ, WB, Doc. All right. Extra lava. Yep, that is canned lava, but it is lava. And we like it. And thank you, Arizona Snowman. And also, QB? QB or not QB? That is the question. All right. Anyway, let's carry on with what we were doing, and that was looking at different things. I'm going to turn our canned lava off for right now. Otherwise, it'll all leak out, and we don't want it to do that. I love having the power to stop a volcano. Isn't that neat? Right in mid-eruption. That is awesome. Okay, anyway, won't let that go to my head too far. Speaking of volcanoes and the like, let's have a look. We took a look at the Azores already, and not much happening there. So let us go to Mexico. And I know it's very, very cloudy in Mexico and things like that. But we do have a Popocatépetl down there that is doing something. So, well, at least it was. So about 5 hours and 45 minutes ago is what I had backed up to. And I'm just going to advance this a little bit. And I know it's going to get awful cloudy in here, but we will see the eruption shortly here. Maybe we won't see much of it. I don't know if that's going to work. Where is that? It was really pluming off here. Uh-oh, did I miss it? Darn it. There was a huge plume coming out of it earlier. I wanted to show it to you. Ha! I've lost the plume. Oh no. Oh no, I've lost the plume, you guys. That is horrible. Oh, never mind. I was in the wrong spot. So, anyway, here you go. So this is from 10:42 roughly this morning. It's 5 hours, or not quite 5 hours ago, is what we were seeing. So that's kind of what it was looking like. But if we advance it, you can see the billowing coming out of there. Very dark, a lot of ash. And very interesting material popping out of Popocatépetl, and that is in Mexico for those who are wondering, and that is about 70 kilometers south of Mexico City. So it's a fairly tall volcano, and of course you can see it's dumping out all kinds of dark material right now. Or at least it was at 10:42, 10:43 in the morning, and that would have been a spectacular sight had it been clear out. But because of the weather in the area, that did not happen. And let's see, I know Fuego isn't working. Actually, this carried on a little bit, and it got a lot bigger too. So. You can kind of see I moved it ahead 10:45, so 3 minutes down the road, much bigger than what the plume was originally. So this is definitely continuing to erupt, and we like that. So pretty awesome to see. I'm just advancing 5 seconds at a time here to see Popocatépetl throwing out a lot of material, and it kept on going. So we see an eruption for at least 5 or 7 minutes straight here of very high volumes, and we like that. We like to see them pop, and that is pretty awesome. Anyway, let's move it to what it is now. And this is kind of the shot, so we don't see a heck of a lot. I did not check the other camera to see if we can go back to about that same spot. I think it would have been a better view right there. Let's see if we have it in the right place here. Maybe not. Okay, this doesn't want to work. Yeah, somewhere around here. No, clouds in the way, and I don't think we're going to see that same plume from this angle as well. But that was right around here. If we advance it a little bit, we can see it pop up and out. And like I said, it really was a little bit hard to see from this angle. Since of the amount of clouds in the area, but definitely shows you that it was going right up and through very high plumes of ash and very large. So I think this one shows kind of the width and scale a little bit more of the size of that plume going upward. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but it is all the way up in the clouds up here, way above this layer of cloud. So that is pretty awesome to see, and we'll see what happens in the near future here with this one. The eruptions seem to be getting a little bit larger as far as what I've noticed when it does seem to get in and do its thing. So hopefully we'll see some wonderful lava coming out of there soon. That would be really nice. Anyway, not going to worry too much about what else it's doing right now. That's a little later, 11:53, just about 12 noon, back to outputting just gas for the most part. And this, of course, is current time, and that's what we're seeing. Unfortunately, can't see a darn thing with those clouds in the way. I did check for Fuego, and I'm going to just see if it's running again. No, it is not, and we'll leave that be. And Cerro Negro in Nicaragua is being fairly quiet. We can see some of the off-gassing here. But it's minimal today in comparison to what we've seen come out of it before. So that one is a little more quiet. Going over to the other one, Messiah, also in Nicaragua, we do see again the caldera and some of the smoke and off-gassing happening. We do know, though, that this volcano is definitely active. At night, you can see a fairly good glow in coming out of here, and we know there's lava down in the bottom of the caldera. So definitely worthy of keeping an eye on, and we like that. And yeah, the Messiah volcano in Nicaragua. Anyway, let's carry on. We're gonna boogie over to the let's see, Indonesia. And we're looking at Merapi, and let's see if Merapi is going to make us happy. And we want to back up a little bit. Of course, really a well moonlit night is what we've got there. It is 3:47 in the morning there, and I'm just going to scan back real quick here to try to see. I know there were a couple little spots where it popped. But I didn't see any lava, and this was one of them where it was a lot more puffy cloud stuff coming out, and unfortunately there wasn't a lot of bacon visible, so that's kind of what we were looking for. And the clouds again variable depending on what time you looked at it and checked it. There were times where it was very nicely visible, and other times where you could barely see it. So like that one was what time is that was at 16:46 their time, yesterday, so on daylight hours yet. And you can see how much that cloud is just hanging there, unfortunately, and that makes viewing very, very difficult. Anyway, that is what it is looking like right now. If we pop over to New Zealand really quickly, and we have the same issue, lots of clouds, and we are not going to be able to see Mount Ruapehu at all today. I don't think even in the wee hours here. Well, maybe a little bit. Let's see. Well, almost. You see a part of it, and you see the snow that's on there. You see the top portion here as well. That's got snow on it, but you also see the clouds that are overlaying the snow area. And of course, that's caused by temperature differential. And you kind of get the ice fog buildup just above the actual snowfields here. So that's kind of what we're looking at. And Ruapehu in New Zealand. So let's pop back over to Merapi here for a second. Merapi. Yeah, there we go. I got that one. And I want to check out, and here's the one from our Indonesian volcano monitoring people. And let's see if I can get onto that one. There we go. Okay, so top one here, these two, Krakatau, and it is definitely erupting. We can see that. Over here, this I do believe is Ibu, and that's what we're seeing from Ibu. Definitely a plume going up, but we don't see a heck of a lot, and I don't or can't tell. Hang on, let's see if that quality is, yeah, it's as high as it can go, unfortunately. So a little bit tough to be able to see that, unfortunately. But I did kind of crop that picture a little bit in this direction here, so you could see Krakatoa a little bit better. And you can definitely see that there is some eruptive activity there. We can see the glow as well as some lava. So definitely Krakatoa or Krakatau was definitely active, very active. And now it's on the way down again, as we can see in the chart here. So that it really did pop for a bit, and now it's calming down. And that's what we're seeing right now. Hey Bo, welcome, glad to have you on board. And let's see who else. What else we got? Okay, where else can we go really quickly? Since that is pretty much it there. Quick peek in Alaska. Have I think only the one camera is actually working right now that we got any kind of picture from. The Great Sitkins, and it is a little bit of a distant shot there, but you can barely see it. It is there, sort of, kind of. The other ones were no good, and let's see if I can get on that one. So, yeah, this was what we were seeing. What's their current image? Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. And this one is current image or last 12 hours. Why is that not working? Current image. It makes it too small on the one. I don't know why it resizes it. And then this one, of course, is Pavlov. And again, when we see the last 12 hours, we don't see a darn thing in there. And even with the video on, it's just black. So nothing there, not going to worry about that one. I will actually leave this one on so I can almost tell where we're at. But that is Alaska for you right now. And let's pop over to Japan real quick. And I have to get onto that page. There we go. And of course, that is Sakurajima in Japan, southern end of Japan. We can see a lot of cloud over top of it. I was looking for eruptive times earlier here, and we did have a little bit of material coming out right there. That was at 5:27 this morning. Again, still not seeing any lava. It's very little lava coming from this guy. Lots of smoke, lots of gas, lots of SO2, and lots of ash coming out. But we're not seeing what we would like to see, and that, of course, is the flaming torches of the lava workers turning the valves on high, letting it ooze out. I want to see lava. Anyway, that is a little earlier, 2:26 a.m. You can see it was off gassing just a little bit there. I'm going to go back 5 seconds here, and yeah, I was right. I thought I seen it, and I did see it. Okay, I'm going to back this up 1 second at a time here. I just want to point something out, and hopefully I'm looking at it the right point here. There we go. And that's a meteor. It's a meteor! Head for the bunkers, you guys. Head for the bunkers. You're going to get hit. That is coming down. Nice little catch of the meteor, and that is pretty cool. So awesome. Yep, getting bombarded from space. Incoming. Yeah, hit the dirt. So yep, little meteor in there. So a nice little capture, you guys. But let's go back a little bit further, and there was a point here where we had a little bit of a puff, and that was right about here. This again, 2:05 a.m., and that's kind of what we were seeing. It wasn't a heck of a lot coming out on that little shot, and no, I didn't see any meteors either there. So that's kind of what we had. And going back all the way back towards daylight, and there really wasn't a heck of a lot. This is one spot here where it did plume out a little bit more. This was at 9:17 yesterday evening their time, and we do see that. It is again dumping out a fair amount of dark material. You know that there's something in there, and definitely shooting it out as lots of ash and other material. I just want to back that up again here for a second. I want to watch right in here, see if there was a little spark or not, and we'll take a look and see. I thought I seen another spark in here, but well, maybe I didn't see it right. But on occasion you see little places light up, and what that is actually a small bolts of volcanic lightning, or basically static discharge. And it does happen on occasion. You'll see it light up. It could also be some ash that is lighting up completely and then dying out. Those things can happen as the material is moving. All of a sudden it gets a burst of good oxygen and just goes poof, while it's like a hotter piece of tephra or something. So pretty awesome. Anyway, that was from last night, and it is doing its thing. If we go ahead a little bit more, you can see that it was going for a little while. But it did die out, and then started blowing cleaner material again after a while. But yeah, you can kind of see it had its eruption. If we move it ahead a little bit more here, going 10 seconds at a time, you can see all that, though. All of that ash, though, is heading just right down basically to sea level. So anyone that was living in the area will be experiencing some of that ash, and that is one of those things you really don't want. Okay, I'm out again. Have a great day/night. See you tomorrow on the Visor Cam. Yay! And thanks for another great stream, Dr. Fox, Mods, Lavaliers, and Lava Family. No worries, Yvonne. You take care. Enjoy your vacation. And find that gold tomorrow. And get me samples. Okay, I didn't say that out loud, but hopefully that nobody would have heard that other than Pop It. Anyway, take care, Yvonne. No worries, we'll see you. Anyway, we'll expedite this a little bit here. I just want to push this ahead a few more seconds. And you notice the plume is starting to really lighten up again. So that's a pretty good indicator that it quit erupting that bad stuff. Anyway, that is kind of what we see there. Okay, I'm putting it back to live. That is, of course, Sakurajima in Japan. Looking here, look at that. Good timing. The second ice cream boat is pulling in. The first one is already docked. And double ice cream boats, you guys. You'll have the full menu and no worries for the break. And of course, it is break time, and I'm your host, DrFox2000. I need to take that break because my throat will only last for so long. Anyway, be good, you guys. Keep smiling, and I'm going to go have a break. When I come back from my break, we'll have a look at some bacon seeds, and then I will go around the world a little bit more, have a look at some stuff in Hawaii. I know Ta'al wasn't on yet, but we'll also take a look and see if we can get that one going. And I also know I was having trouble getting Yellowstone to come up. The camera shot isn't working right now, so maybe I'll give that a try during the break as well. Keep smiling, everyone. Be good. Hit that like button if you haven't hit it already. That would be really, really awesome. And on that friendly note, I'm going to go take that break. Keep smiling, and bacon seeds coming up after the break. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you. And yeah, I'm going to put you back on some canned lava. We know the ice cream boat is there, so you can run down and get it. I'll be back. Thanks. There we go. Welcome or welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching VolcanoX live stream. Thank you for the welcome backs, everyone, from Grandma B and Nancy and Hermione. And let's see, who else popped in there? I hear an echo. Welcome, echo. Hello. Old Mummy of Hamster says, welcome back, Uncle Doc. Sue Hayes says, welcome back as well. Same as Trevor. And hopefully that you're feeling better today, Trev. And thanks, Kevin Williams as well. And Juliet is here. Welcome, Juliet. Glad you could make it in. That is awesome. And let's see, canned lava and boogie woogie music. It doesn't get much better than this. And there you go. I just wish I had more canned lava, Nancy. I really do wish. And I was actually very successful in recording a lot of this canned lava while this thing was erupting. But I wish I would have got more. It's the old thing. You know, how much more can you get? And it's one of those things you got to spend a lot of time recording it. But that's what we had. So I thought, hey, why not? Anyway, lots of fun. So let's get back. Let's park our canned lava. We're going to stop that. Just pause it. Hang on. That is not what I wanted to do here. All right, I was on the wrong thing. My stuff got moved again. Darn it. I hate when things move all by themselves. Anyway, we can pause that. There we go. Got it. Using my magical powers, I stopped the eruption. And that is very, very awesome. All right, so let's get back to where we were. We were actually looking at our wonderful Japanese Sakurajima volcano, and it was doing its thing. So let's go back there. The sunlight is starting to hit it up in the top, and that looks pretty awesome. Except for we're just not really seeing too much because of that large massive cloud hanging up on the top. And if we go back over, we see both ice cream boats are still there. I hope you guys ran down and got some. I know it's a little early in Japan for ice cream, but hey, you know, it's all there. This shot too, something else that is very noticeable. Everything that's been coming off of that volcano is kind of drifting out here. And you can bet that those people in the downwind area here are probably getting covered with ash, and hopefully it's not too severe for them. And that is Kirsta says it's never too early for ice cream. Awesome. We like that, and that is cool. Okay, so let's have a look at other places. And of course this is Suwanoshijima, the caldera right in here, and it is definitely steaming off. The sun is coming up behind the hill, so we won't see a heck of a lot right away, but it is there, and that is the caldera. It is of course listed as a green, so very little activity other than it's steaming, and that is what we are seeing right there on the screen. Moving on to our other Japanese volcano, Suwanoshijima. So Suwanoshijima, of course, down in the southern islands of Japan, and it basically was sitting in the weather for the most part. During the night, there was lots of clouds around, some clear sky, but a lot of cloud in the general vicinity. And it's hard to tell if any of that is coming out of the volcano or whether it is all from just the clouds going by. And of course it looks fairly well lit there. It is a full moon, or was a full moon, pretty close to it. So that is why it looks as light as it does. which is pretty awesome. Anyway, that is already going back to 23:13 or 11:13 p.m. Their time. We'll go back a little bit more and see. And again, you know, the way the clouds are, it's unfortunate, but very difficult to tell what is coming out of the volcano with all that other cloud around it. But that's what we've got down in Suwanoshijima. And we can pop over to Taal. And Taal, there it is. In the wee hours of the morning, you can actually see some rain coming down in some areas. But it is very difficult to see as of yet. There's your rain kind of coming down out of those clouds. And hard to tell what any of the other stuff is doing. I don't think we can see very much, but the volcano, Taal volcano, is right there, and it's hard to see if it is off gassing or throwing anything up and out because of the other stuff in the way here. I really can't tell at this point, but we'll see if it gets a little bit lighter there, maybe in half an hour or something, and we'll have a look. Hey, I thought we were supposed to look at bacon seeds. Let's get over there. I just wanted to run through that just to make sure we've got it. Anyway, bacon seeds. That is more important than those darn volcanoes, right? So let's get at it. And I think today's theme from Piggy was something about pigs flying. So I brought that one back since that was one of the other ones. And of course, that is how Piggy does her thing. And here's another one that if pigs really could fly, I bet their wings would taste absolutely delicious. Oh, too funny. Yeah, too funny. All right, let's carry on. Piggy did send me that. Okay, this one is, oh, look at the cute boots on this one. Every day I'm truffling, going for truffles, and that is awesome. So little booties, and I bet you that Piggy would prefer not to have them on. And here we go. Next wonderful picture, and this one. Do you still like bacon now? And of course, looking at that cutie, I have to say, yeah, I like bacon. Oh, hang on, that wasn't right. Truffles are the bomb. Yeah, for pigs they are. They sure do their thing. Anyway, this wonderful bacon seed, cute as all get out. You know, how can you eat that? But anyway, let's carry on and get them while they're sleeping. Look at the happy smile on his face, and chocolates. What? Chocolate. One are the chocolate ones. Yeah, they're all right. I'll take some of them. Okay, that is a sleeping pig. Quiet. Shh. Don't want to wake him up. Oh, I think we woke them up. And there's one got its snout up in between the pig pile, and definitely a pink nose on that one. Maybe he's smelling truffles. That's what it is. Yep, he's got his truffle snuffler out there and doing his thing. So pretty awesome, you guys. And last bacon seed for today. Let's see what we've got. And I clicked on it, or did I? There we go. And this is the one that needs the hogwash. This is hogwash time. That one is definitely happy looking, but he's been truffling real hard, and he needs the hogwash. So that is it. Living in an Amish paradise. Yeah, there you go. Yep, definitely a hogwash potential right there, and that is good. John says, thanks for the reminder. Get some out of the freezer for breakfast, bacon and eggs. There you go. That is very, very important. Bacon and cackleberries. You know, cackleberries? I don't know. Cackle. What do chickens do? They cackle, right? Anyway, cackleberries. All right, just don't have any of the rooster eggs. They're not good for you, but that's all right. And let's see if we get anything else. Okay, we'll pop over here. I don't think that Yellowstone is working. We're going to double check. And I just refreshed things here, trying to see. And no, nope. It says video file not found. All right. Let's try that one more time here and see if it'll work. And nope, still broken. It's kaput. So we are not going to see anything happening there today at Yellowstone National Park. But typically they do show the geysers and stuff like that. So they may be having an issue with their network right now. And I don't know what is really going on there. But hopefully they'll get it ironed out. So for tomorrow's show, perhaps we'll have a good video and see what's going on. Okay, so next on our list, of course, maybe a Yellowstone not there. No, the other cameras are still working. The single shots from the gates and stuff. So they were all the right date and time and stuff, and it's still there. Definitely. I actually thought about that, Echo. I thought, oh no, Yellowstone has erupted. We don't see nothing anymore, but it is there. I moved the screen, but that messes me up here if I do it. Actually, I'm going to move it anyway. If you slide down on this thing here, you can see their view of the webcams, and there you go. Individual shots, you can see everything is still intact. This is the north entrance, Roosevelt Arch, as they call it. And then they have some other ones. If we go back and slide back down and look at the other ones, some of them aren't working, but some are. So west entrance, as an example, shows it down there. Same thing with the this one here, heading into the park, and gives you a pretty good idea. They are still intact. They are still working. It's just our video here from the main park camera is not working right now, and it is what it is. Yep, I'm not found. So something's broken there. We'll not worry about it right now, which is all right. So cool, and let's carry on. We'll head over to Hawaii real quick, and of course. Two Pineapples was out there this morning, and they did do their thing. And of course, it's always nice to see what is happening there at Kilauea. And nothing really, really weird or unusual. Of course, this again is from 3:41 a.m. Hawaii time. You can see the tow area and the lava pond. And that, of course, is within the caldera here at Kilauea. And you see some of the brighter spots along the edges. These are places where the lava is draining. And, of course, what's happening is, as the lava drains out, the bubbles of gas are coming back up and bursting on the surface. And that opens up a little bit of that crusted over material, and you have the lighter spots then that you can see. So let's refresh that, get the current photo, and there it is. It looks like the level has gone back up a little bit from what it was yesterday. So it did rise back up. We can see the definite cracking and stuff in the lava that's here as it cools off on top. And of course the lighter spots where the draining is happening. So that is pretty cool. The toe area definitely intact, and it's probably this little tube area here that might be feeding it. So pretty awesome. Let's carry on, take a look at this one, 3:41 a.m. We don't see a heck of a lot around. We know that yesterday we had watched this area was very bright over here, and we don't see that doing its thing anymore. This shot kind of smoky, but this does show us the edges fairly well, and you got to understand that whole area in the middle here has basically is floating, and it's floating on top of magma / lava, and that is what we're seeing, and that includes the lava pond. And I don't know about the actual vent, whether the actual vent is rising up or not, but this whole area is floating, and it's raised up a little bit, and the edges here are lower in elevation and still flowing out. Well, that's where the new lava is headed, basically, in those areas. And we'll probably see this island shrink over time, kind of the same thing as what the original Pig Island would be doing. So that is kind of interesting. Anyway, for those who are curious, from the crater floor, the volcano has risen up since back in September 29th of 2021. It's risen 137 meters, so 449 feet roughly, and in cubic meters of lava or magma in there, you have 104 million cubic meters, or that equates to about 27.5 billion gallons. And that's kind of what you're looking at. Just a little tidbit of information there. And that is pretty cool. And anyway, let's have a look at the other side. Again, this is from the wee hours of the morning. You can see the primary vent over there, lava pond, toe area, and some bright spots. Let's refresh it, see what it looks like in the daylight. There we go. And we'll make it just a tad bigger. There's your primary vent, the little off-gassing here from the lava tube, and then the small hornito or divider is right about there, and it allows that lava to flow in at the this end here of the lava pond. We do still see smoke coming off in some of those areas, which is all right. And then of course here you can see the original Pig Island that is now part of the bigger island, if you will, and you can see all that cracking on the edges and stuff. So we know that this is fresher lava over here, and it's cooling, and that's kind of what we've got. Let's pop this over to the thermal again from the wee hours this morning. We do see the primary vent, the lava pond, the toe. Can't see the hornito very well, but it is there, and the lava tube feeding it. So this area definitely cooled off in the forefront, and if we slide that up a little bit, we can see the top edge here around, all the way around the outside. You see it's a little bit brighter in color. That means, of course, that it is hotter, and that is what we're seeing on the floating island here, pretty big. So that's kind of it for our wonderful Hawaii. And let's refresh that first. There, this is the current one. Yeah, you can still see that on the bottom here, still fairly bright, and all the way around. So Yeah, now that's it. That's what we wanted, and that was from 11:14 Hawaii time this morning, or well, it is roughly thereabouts, about 15 minutes ago. So I don't know how often they update these pictures, but it'll get updated soon, and we'll be able to see the next ones soon. All right, I'm going to put it back on that one just so we know when, and that's what it is right now. Kind of neat looking the way this cut off, eh? Almost squared itself off from the back end here. Still a lot of cracks visible, so still a lot of possibilities of this moving, breaking off and stuff like that. Same thing with this piece here between the toe area and that edge. So that could all break out. Anyway, it is time for me to go take another break, you guys. So we will get at earthquakes after, and then we will have a look at our SO2 as well as a few of the other things, such as, let's see, yeah, squared lava cubes. That's what we got. That's what we want. Anyway. All right, back to canned lava for now, and that is, give me a break, give me a break. You want a break? I want a break too. Okay, we're going to turn our lava back on. There we go, and I'll throw some music on for you too, for the duration of the break, and then I will be back. So for those good folks who haven't hit that like button yet, please help us out. We're trying to at least get over that 100 mark, only 15 away, so let's see what we can do. And also, if you're new and you have not yet subscribed, consider doing that if you're enjoying the show. On that note, I'm your host, Dr. Fox. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Apparently, the authorities are telling me to get my boat out of the lava. All right, welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and yep, only that once, and the boat burns. No, Echo. It's an asbestos boat. It is designed specifically to keep us from burning up, and it's got a super asbestos hull lined properly and everything. So a pretty awesome vehicle. Anyway, thank you to everyone there, Sue and Sharon Stewart saying I hear you, and what is it, Billy Bob Joe, welcome, and thank you for the welcome back. Thanks, Colin, and that is all cool. And oof, don't scrap it. No, we're not gonna scrap it. There's too much asbestos in there. What? Okay, it appears that Yellowstone has taken over from Artemis 1 in voyage around the moon. Could be what, Dr. Fox? Could be the reason that the moon, that the cameras are not working. Oh, okay. They're taking parts for Artemis 1, the failed mission so far. Well, I'm hoping that they're going to get that thing going. That really would be nice. But all right, so also welcome to Barbarian. Haven't seen you for a bit. I'm glad you popped in. And let's get over to our earthquake map, since that is what was next on our agenda. And looking here at the Hawaiian Islands, actually we should look at this one before we go. I didn't see that one. Shimokizukuri. Japan. Okay, Gesundheit and 5.0, 46 kilometers down in Japan there. We'll look at that in a bit. Anyway, Hawaiian Islands, there they are. Let's zoom in to the Pahala area. Of course, we see this one way out here, and that is, I do believe, well beyond the Luihi Seamound. Just to check, let's put it on the ocean here for a minute. There's the Luihi Seamound. So it is basically down at the foot of it, and that is all right. That one, of course, is, if I can click on it, 1.7 from 11:53 a.m. Hawaii time, 8.8 kilometers down. Next one out here, a little closer to shore, 2.3 from 7:35, 30 kilometers down. And we'll put it back onto the satellite view. There we go. And take a look and see. We don't see a heck of a lot of quakes here today. Only one right in this area, and that was from 13:28 and 32.3 clicks down. That is a 1.9. And then we take a look, another 1.9, 17:16 yesterday. And this 2.2 from today at 12:42, and then we had, and that's 32.8 kilometers down. This one 2.5, a little bit bigger, 9:41 a.m., 31.8 clicks down, and this 2.2 from 11:46. That is what we've got there, and that is 32 kilometers down as well, and 2.0. So. The only other quake noticeable there is this guy, and that is, this is Kilauea here, and Mauna Loa right there, and Mauna Kea over here. So this one is kind of sorta in the middle. 2.0 anyway, 9.6 kilometers down, happened yesterday at 23:16 is the time on it. Of course, here's our Kilauea crater, and they do have a name for it, but I keep messing that up. It's a long, horrible long Hawaiian name. Anyway, as we see the caldera here, we know that This picture, of course, was taken way back when it had a lot less material in it, and if you can well imagine another about 400 feet worth of magma or lava in there, or 137 meters higher than what you're seeing. So that would bring it well up into that area up here somewhere. And that would be pretty cool. And that's kind of what we've got over there right now. So that is Kilauea's wonderful caldera. And not a heck of a lot happening, and a little quieter. And I don't know, you'd think seeing the big quakes in other places that we would be taking off and doing things, but we're really not seeing that. Looking here down in New Zealand area, and we know we had that one in New Zealand, but that's already older. We do have these here. Fiji Island 5.5, 629 kilometers down, 3:06 a.m. Then we had a 4.4, that's actually considered in Tonga. 486 kilometers down from 7:10 a.m. Then we have another one they're calling Fiji, and 575 kilometers down, 7:40 this morning. So that is what we've got for activity in that area. Not seeing anything out here in the American Samoas. And we do see this guy here, though, Vanuatu area. 4.5, 615 kilometers down, 11:38 was the time on that guy. Then we get a little bit closer to the other big quakes here in Papua New Guinea. 4.5 on this one, 50 kilometers down from yesterday at 22:46. And then, of course, the big one here, that is the 7.6. And I never did, I did look at, did have a tsunami warning, and it said tsunami warning or threat. Yesterday they were concerned about tsunamis, and they took that off after a little while because it really wasn't doing a heck of a lot. And this would have been in somewhat of a sheltered area anyway. If there was any tsunami moving out, it would have been kind of squashed down because of where it is on land here. But the possibilities are there. Anyway, it did have this other one here, 5.0, 101 kilometers down. How deep was this guy? 90 kilometers. And so 101 is the other one. And then we have the smaller one here, 4.5. From yesterday at 1927, 101.9 kilometers down. And we are seeing a little bit of a stack over here as well. I'm not sure if that's directly related. 4.4, 49 kilometers down. So it's the same kind of depth, roughly, but it's just there. Anyway, 1332 for that one, 4.4, 4:52 in the morning, 36 kilometers down, 4.8 from 10:21, 10 kilometers down, and then this guy 4.7, 1:57 a.m., 10 kilometers down. But these are relatively new here as well, and that one was from 2 days ago, and that was a 6.2. So not sure if the other one is really kind of following a suit because of this one here. The other one is really the bigger one that made it. This one is a 5.9, so we had the 6.2, the 5.9, and then there was another 6.2 right there. So it's been shaken in Papua New Guinea for those poor people. And looking at this, 4.5 in Indonesia, another 4.8, Banda Sea. We are seeing this is fairly new, 5.4. That is 17 kilometers down, happened yesterday actually at 22:16. And then we have this little stack here. I'm only going to go for the big one, 6.0, 17:10 yesterday, 20 kilometers down. and then 4.5 on that guy from today at 6:50 a.m. 57.6 kilometers down from there. Looking at this new one in Japan, that is the 5.0, 166 kilometers down from 1521. And the rest looks pretty quiet when you get right down to it. For the most part, we do see this one here, that is a 4.0 in Iran, 10 kilometers down, 1:35 a.m. Their time. Then also here in Romania, 4.1, a little bit more unusual to see that, but 145.7 kilometers down, 10:08 a.m. or for those guys there. So that's kind of the earthquakes for the most part. Let's pop over to have a quick peek at the Canary Islands, see what we got for quakes there, refreshing that screen so we get the latest. And there we go, we see where the star is, and it's a 1.5 from 1923, and that is what we're seeing there right on the edge of Tenerife. Our primary concern, though, is over here in La Palma. That's what we love and what we want to look at. And looking at what we've got, we have two small quakes. This is a 1.8, and that is right underneath where Cumbre Vieja lives, and it is not showing a depth, so it'd be a surface quake. And then we also have this other guy here, 1.3, same thing again, right in that same area. So you can pretty much surmise that that is probably a settling material that is working on just doing its thing. I don't think it'd be from road repairs. 3:39 in the morning, I don't think that would be adequate. This might be from 8:54 a.m. for the other one. But I don't know if there's any roads right up there. It's pretty interesting. Anyway, let's leave that be. Pop over to our interactive volcano map. Going to refresh that though, because they do have new material on there all the time, and we want to make sure we are up to date. And there we go, sliding over a bit, and there we can see our Iceland, Askja, and Fragadalfjall, and then of course St. George and his friend back there, and Michael Volcano down here, and everything else here is pretty much the same, and the big ring of fire, and that is all the way around. We're still not seeing any volcanoes in between here though, and I think one day we'll end up seeing something light up in here somewhere. We're gonna have to. It just looks too bare. It's either here or up here, and I don't know, depending on where it pops. But we gotta have a volcano of our own, something that we can call ours, and that is popping. Anyway, there it is. It really isn't much change in the map. They did put a Raun back to a yellow from the orange, so that is about the only change I see right now on there, really. Everything else here is pretty much still the same. Suwanoshi Jima still there, Sakura Jima still there as well, and they still have the other one in between. And of course they had that new one listed yesterday, and they took it back off. It's no longer being I guess maybe it was a false alarm perhaps or something. The one that was on in the other island here, I already forgot its name. That was this island. But anyway, Chikorechki, and there you got Ibiko, both on the same island. And of course Ibiko is the one that is the busiest. And then of course we have our other ones. And let me zoom out just a tad bit. And of course Karimsky, and then you've got Bezimiani and Shivalish. Now, just to kind of remind everyone, those are not the only volcanoes that they have there. there's tons of other ones that are dormant. A matter of fact, right beside it here, there's another, a bigger one right there. Old flows. This is another caldera, just so we can kind of get a look at some of the spots and understand that there are multiple volcanoes there in on the Kamchatka Peninsula, and it doesn't matter where you look. They're all of volcanic nature, so pretty awesome to see that. And that is something that some people may not know. So we do have a multitude of volcanoes here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just in that area, and that's where Bezimiani is. So a lot of stuff going on there. And let's zoom back out and look at the rest of the planet real quick. We still see Heard Island volcano still showing down here, and haven't heard a word out of it though. Get it? Heard? No, never mind. Okay, bad punny. This guy out here, Pitten, I don't know if that's going to do anything. It is fairly new on our map, but I'm not sure. And same with this other one, this Carthala. But Mayat still there, and old Dino, our friend here in DR Congo, still doing its thing. Urta Ale still there, and of course Etna, Volcano, Stromboli, and Campi still listed. Again, Campi, I have to really wonder about that. Anyway, there's Tercera is the other one on the beside St. George. And of course, back to Iceland, where Philadelphia is our wonderful place. We like being there. Astja is the other one. Okay, leaving that alone real quick, let's take a look at our... I'm looking at the time here. Do we have enough time to do the weather? I think maybe what I'll do is I'll take another little bit of a break here, and then I will come back and do our weather after that. And that way we can get everything up to date, and we'll see and go from there. So that's for the most part, that's it for right now, but let's do the weather after I come back, and we'll put you back onto the canned lava for now, and we'll go from there. So be good, be kind, be gentle, and be nice. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already. We're trying to shoot it over that 100 mark, and that really does make a big difference. So let's see if we can do that. Also, if you're new and you're enjoying the show, by all means hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And on that friendly note, I am going to go take a few minutes of a break here, and keep smiling, everyone, and be good. And sounds good. Barbarian, what's he having? He's sending out free beer to everyone. It's worth seeing out. What? Worth seeing out. Okay, the best of goats and blue wrapped up in one. Oh my God, they're talking goats. Goat cheese. Oh, goat cheese. Yeah, goat cheese isn't bad. I'm not into blue cheese though. That stuff is scary. Anyway, you guys, I don't drink ouzo either, and I heard that's blue too. So we'll leave it at that. I think it's blue. I'm not sure. But I don't drink, so I have no idea. Yeah, goat cheese. I've had goat cheese before. I don't mind it. It's not a very strong cheese. It has a different flavor. It smells like ancient gym socks. Yeah, some Barbarian, you should try the German Tilsiter cheese if you want something that smells. Okay? If you have it and let it warm up just a little bit, is you can, on the way home, it definitely smells like dirty diapers in your vehicle if you don't let it air out for a little while. But anyway, and always double wrap it when you put it in your fridge in Ziplocs. On that friendly note, I'm going to go take that break, you guys. Hit that like button, and I'll be back in a few minutes. We'll see you then. Thank you. there we go. Microphone is back on, and thank you everyone for hanging around. That is awesome, and glad to be back. And for those good people who are new, I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching VolcanoX live stream. And of course, right now, what you are seeing on screen is canned lava. In other words, it was recorded August 7th, is when that was from. Thank you for the welcome backs from Sue and Kevin and Billy Bob Joe and Nancy Buchanan and probably a bunch more. So awesome. Okay, and Connie Tyree threw up some lava cookies. Kelly asked, what's the lava cookies all about? Or what's the cookies all about? Well, when you start out at the beginning of the show, it was always kind of a thing that how do you keep your guests happy? And of course, we refer to when you're sitting back and relaxing, we call that the lounge. And of course, what do you do in the lounge? You eat cookies and drink refreshments, and that's kind of what we've got. Sharon heard you at. Oh, Sharon Stewart, I hear you. And she's got lava cookies. So anyway, we decided to throw in that lava cookie recipe. It was online. It was actually a fairly decent recipe. I have not tried it yet, but people have, and I've been told it was good. So it's something that kind of became a part of the show since we started it way back when. It's kind of same with the bacon seeds bit, but the lava cookies, of course, for this is a volcano show, so lava cookies. What's more appropriate, right? So that, I hope, answers your question, Kelly, and we'll keep going from there. Anyway, bacon seeds is the other one that is kind of interesting. And of course, where do you get bacon from? You get bacon from bacon seeds. And when we watch the flow of lava going down the side of a hill and that type of thing, we do see the way it worked out. It does kind of look like bacon in a way, and that's how we ended up with our bacon seeds. And it's kind of pretty awesome that way too. Anyway, it is the time in the show where we go over our weather to give us a better idea of what it looks like around the world. We start out with our SO2 chart, and that is compliments of windy.com. You can just simply type in windy.com and get this page. And there's nothing neat or special to do. Just go in there. It's a web-based browser window that you can manipulate and do whatever you need to. Anyway, we'll start out in North America, and things look pretty normal, really. We are seeing a little bit more up here in Alaska, and of course the Kamchatka Peninsula. We see this kind of musical note, if you will, doing its thing here, but we do have some weather that is wearing out the SO2 and possibly raining in that area, washing it out of the sky. Like I say, North America for the most part is not that bad. We do see some stuff in Canada here, as well as this end, and then of course down in the US. Now, some of these areas with the SO2 in Oregon right now are a lot to do with the fires that they are having down there, and hopefully some of that will clear up in the near future. Going back down, looking at what we've got here in Mexico, of course, Popocatépetl throwing out quite a bit of material as of late. And Mexico City, a city of 22 million people, of course, is going to generate a fair amount of SO2 as well. We are seeing that it's kind of drifting out on both sides into the Gulf as well as out into the Pacific here. And it is just the way these particular storm systems are working right now. We do still have the Storm K coming off of the coast here, and it's supposed to be throwing a bunch of rain into Los Angeles. I don't know if it is, but we'll check that in a little bit. Going down and through Central America, we see most of that is still pluming into the Pacific. We don't see anything coming off of the Galapagos Islands. Higher levels in portions of Bolivia, Paraguay. Well, not so bad in Paraguay. It looks like it's drifting in there though, and still some in the Amazon, as well as over here towards Rio de Janeiro, and that might be a people population as well that's causing some of that. And down here in Chile will be probably some industrial stuff, as well as volcanic off-gassing. Sliding over a little bit though, let's get into New Zealand. Very little coming back out of White Isle volcano, which is kind of good because that is nicer to see. We do still see some circulations here. They still have some systems running around them as well. And looking at Tasmania, nothing, very little down here in the Melbourne area, so those refineries are pretty quiet. Same thing goes for out here at Perth, and not too much SO2. Even this area here, and this is from coking plants, from coal out here, and in just north of Sydney. And we see that plume coming out. And then of course Vanuatu is right there, but he's got some buddies up here that the other two volcanoes making that wonderful plume. Not seeing too much here in Papua New Guinea, even though we had some very big quakes there. You'd think some of that stuff would be shaken loose. This area here in Indonesia is where Luolatok is, and that is right about there. And then of course Raung as well as Semeru would be in this area, and of course they downgraded Raung to a yellow from the orange it was. And then of course again, this area, I do have to say, there's also people pollution in this area, as well as Merapi doing its thing. It doesn't look like Krakatoa is throwing out as much SO2, even though it is erupting. So levels are down a little bit from what we see here, and that is good. But Jakarta, of course, very densely populated, continues to help with throwing that SO2 in. And then Ibu and Dukono are right in that spot, making that little plume. And as we get up here, we no longer have Bulusan doing too much. Mayon is the one that is throwing out this plume. And of course, most of this in here is from Manila, and just plain population problems. And if we look here, we don't see very much around Taal Lake and Taal volcano inside Taal Lake. And that's what we've got. So zooming back out and taking a look, not too bad in Taiwan. Looks like that other storm is raining and cleaning up the air. And then when we get over here, this would be from the Suwanoshijima, and it is throwing its little bit out. And then we don't see too much coming from Sakurajima, which is right here. And that is kind of what we've got, but it definitely is still throwing a lot of material out. The other stuff, general pollution from the Japanese area there, and a lot lighter levels coming out of our Russian friends here. So Chikaratsky as well as Ibako, not doing too much. We do see the plume though, and Korimsky, and Bezimiani, and Shivalish. No, what do I call this one? Chikarachki is down here. That's Shivalish up here. There we go. So those guys are definitely continuing. And I'm thinking there's got to be one more volcano in here that's helping out with create all this. Maybe there's a little bit of city stuff. Where's that camera pointed? Kamchatsky. Okay. That's Kamchatsky. Kamchatka Peninsula, Kamchatsky. Pretty awesome. Nice picture. Cool. Okay. Anyway, that's what we've got going out there. China still doing its thing. Very big pollution. I don't know. They just don't want to clean the air up. And of course, same goes for the smelting plants down here in South Africa. And they are, of course, refining metals there. So gold and platinum, or is it platinum? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, this right here from DR Congo, that is again coking plants as well as a volcano in there. And not seeing too much from RTVE, which would be somewhere in this little mess. We do see the stuff coming out of Saudi Arabia, and that is oil refineries in those areas. Same thing with in Iraq there at Baghdad. Looking at what we've got coming out of our wonderful Etna, which would be right in here. So Mount Etna is still off-gassing a fair amount. We have a lot less now coming from Stromboli, and of course Volcano is still continuing, but very little from Volcano. Primary here is of course Mount Etna. And looking at the rest of Europe in general, we don't see that much. When we zoom in on Iceland, though, it looks like either someone turned on the aluminum smelter, and I think that's what it is, because we're not seeing a heck of a lot of other activity, unless we are in fact getting some more SO2 coming out of our Fragedalfjall area. But that is almost not in the right place. This looks like it's coming from the city area, and Fragedalfjall be over here somewhere. So in this area. So it kind of makes sense that that is a more human pollution than it is from any other volcanic source. Let's go over, have a look at the weather. I'm going to refresh this one just so it is absolutely up to date. And there we go. Looking at what we have in North America first. We do see up here in the top, it's getting colder, guys. Definitely getting colder up in the northern portions of Canada, the Yukon and Nunavut, getting quite cool. There's a little bit of warmth in here, but not a heck of a lot. Even the Yukon and Alaska starting to cool off pretty good as well. And looking at the prairie provinces, and of course our weather guessers had told us this morning that we would get a high of 19 degrees Celsius today. Well, I think we're at about 31 right now. So I think they were a little bit off. But then again, as a weather guesser sitting in an office down here in Atlanta, if you don't look out the window, you're never going to see it. Anyway, that's what we've got there in the prairie provinces. Quite warm for us here today, which is really nice. We do still see that low in the Hudson's Bay, cooling things off. Ontario is not quite as hot, but we do see that it is still doing fairly well, 21, 22 degrees down in the southern portions. And looks like all the way along here, the St. Lawrence Seaway on both sides, pretty warm. the water's actually cooling it off. Sue just brought up Halifax weather, 23 degrees there, 74 Fahrenheit, and that is 47% relative humidity. So very nice there. A little cooler over here in Newfoundland. We do have that storm sitting off the coast, but top portions of Newfoundland are warm. But out here in the wind-blown water area, a little bit on the cooler side. Looking at what we're seeing in the United States, we see the western portions are quite warm still, and that includes the northern area here. That is pretty neat. I'm surprised that we're seeing that. And then the colder area over here, over Chicago, is about where the center of that cool or that low is, keeping things cool. But anyway, very hot in California, Washington, Oregon, and Arizona areas. Death Valley showing 39 degrees Celsius today, which is a little bit lighter than what it was the last few days, so no more 40s. And the same thing with looking at what we see going up inside California. So a little easier day for most of those people. Their air conditioners don't have to run on super high, they can just run on high today. And looking at Arizona bottom end, still quite warm, 39 degrees in Phoenix. It does not surprise me, that is very warm. Phoenix is the same as Death Valley. So if boy, what a coincidence, eh? Boy, never mind. I'm going to refrain from commenting. Anyway, we do still see Colorado and here in New Mexico still doing not bad. Texas, a little bit on the warm side, though. That is where it seems to be the warmest right now, and down on the bottom end anyway. As we move over Louisiana, Mississippi, and those wonderful places, we are seeing still some very, very warm temperatures. Same with Alabama, and going into Georgia, and down here in Florida, wonderful warm temperatures. South Carolina, North Carolina, and then after that it starts to kind of die out a little bit around New York. New York's a cold place, and then that warms up again up in Maine. Really kind of neat. Mexico, the Baja, you know, you'd think that storm would have cooled things off, but the Baja is right back up to temperature for the most part. Well, maybe a little bit cooler, but still there. The inside here, though, we are seeing 37, 38 degrees in some places. Sliding down a little bit further in the bottom of Mexico, we see Cancun coming in at about 29. And then we have our Central American countries still very hot. Caribbean very, very warm as well. Here's that low that was coming in, that storm. I guess it decided to come into Central America after all. Looking at the Amazon, very hot today, and that is not uncommon. But then again, we are still seeing the higher elevations very cool. So a big temperature differences, and that heat is sitting down low. And we see here Rio de Janeiro only 19, 17, 18, and Sao Paulo about 12 degrees as it's getting this high pressure zone here, keeping it cold, and that is not good. Seeing down here, though, interior of Argentina still holding some nice temperature there for today. A little bit cooler in Uruguay, and of course Paraguay here still very warm, same as the other areas. Sliding down even further, we get Chile down here in Chile, and yeah, it's fairly cold. Anyway, sliding over to New Zealand, the South Island, still very, very cool from that low in here, helping bring all that yucky cold air in. and that's what's going on there. The North Island, though, looking anywhere from 16 down to about 12 degrees Celsius. Not too bad. Could be better, though. But it is, I guess we'd call it springtime there. And looking at Tasmania, this high is not good for these guys right now. That high needs to drop down and start drawing some hot air back down. That high is pumping up all that cold air into Tasmania, and we are seeing anywhere from -1 Celsius up to about 7 or 8 degrees, depending on where you are. And very cold in Melbourne as well. We're seeing 7 degrees here as far as this thing is saying. So that's what we've got. Wow. Yeah, Leo's going to have to get his long underwear back out. Oh, anyway, 13 up to 15 degrees here in Perth. Adelaide a little bit on the cooler side, 11, and definitely really cold there in Melbourne, anywhere from 6 to 8 degrees. Sydney isn't doing that much better either, only at about 12 degrees. The nice place is where Oz lives, and that is up here in Brisbane, and that is 16, 17 degrees Celsius, so not too bad. We don't have quite as much heat in the northern areas of Australia here, so I don't know why. Anyway, was just looking at this 15W, 92W, and then Muifa, the tropical storms, boom, 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 coming in. So if you're living out there, batten down the hatches, guys. Going to be a little bit, I guess, cooler there by the looks of it. 26 degrees right now in Bangkok, and 94% relative humidity, thanks, Sue. So likely still raining there, and that's very possible. Sliding up a little bit, and we do see this is just sitting beside Taiwan. Those poor people are getting nailed again. That last storm sat there for about a week and nailed them, and now they're getting it one more time here, and possibly more if that thing comes in and sits here and churns for a while as well. Looking a lot better here, though, in Yellow Sea, East China Sea, other than this area. And then going up in the Sea of Japan, not so bad. Japan, not quite as warm. We are starting to see cooler temperatures even in the northern portions. And going up Kamchatka Peninsula, a lot colder than what it has been. And I think this year they probably set some records there for the warmer temperatures. Looking up here in the Siberian area, Burr, I don't even want to get into it. -2, -3. Definitely, winter is definitely coming for those guys. And looking here in India, we're not too bad, but they do have a storm sitting, or a low pressure system, and it's likely a storm sitting right on top of India. Down here in the southern portions, we see it's only the southern half of South Africa that is really the cutoff point. So cold stuff down below, and everything else in Africa looks like it's starting to warm up. Even half of Madagascar is pretty warm right now. Higher elevations likely colder, and seeing where it starts to turn red here. Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Iran, as far as some of those places there, and Pakistan, and those areas are still very, very hot. That includes Yemen and Oman. Is it Oman? Or something. Anyway, UAE right there. And of course, our Sahara Desert doing its thing. Let's take a look at Spain real quick. For nighttime temperatures, again, they are way high. For nighttime, 30 degrees Celsius is a little bit uncomfortable, and I'm sure they will get to back down to some more seasonal values pretty soon. Not quite as bad in Portugal, but the lower portion of Spain, not so good. And looking at that heat, it's all the way up into France. And looking at here, we see a little easier going in Sicily as well as Italy. Pretty much normal temperatures for nighttime for right now. Well, maybe a little bit warm, but very close to it. Looking at Greece, of course, and where Piggy is, and she is out in the island of Kos, and of course she has about 25 degrees Celsius for a nighttime temperature, and that is just absolutely phenomenal. And we'll see if she gets warmer stuff. France, western portion looking pretty warm, but the eastern side I would call it normal. Same thing with Germany, about normal temperatures for autumn or fall, as well as Belgium and Holland and even Luxembourg, about normal temps. Quick peek here at Scotland and England and Wales and Ireland. Pretty much normal all the way through. Nothing too fancy. Actually, could be a little cooler there, but it is actually probably not that bad for them. Looking at Ireland, we haven't seen Irish Monk here today, so he's probably doing his thing. John Raper, no, UAE is, we'll go back over there. This is UAE, and this is Yemen, and I do believe this is Oman, is that country, but that's UAE, because that's where Dubai is. That's where our tallest building in the world is, there in Dubai, the Burj Khalifa. And that's on my bucket list, the Burj Khalifa. I want to see it. It is the tallest building in the world. Anyway, so pretty much normal in those areas there. In England, we are seeing pretty much normal stuff here in Denmark as well. Not bad down on the bottom of Sweden. Pretty normal for this time of year. And of course, the normal stuff up in the northern areas of varying temperatures, but very cool for the most part. Same thing with Finland. That's kind of what we've got there. And now looking at Iceland, to give us a little bit of an idea of what we're seeing here. And yeah, as Yvonne mentioned today while she was out there at Ragnar, she said, yeah, it's kind of cold. And I can see that 7, 8, 9 degrees depending on where you are. But that's kind of what we've got. So nice to be able to see that. And then of course all the way along the the coastline, it's not bad until you get up in the north there, and they've got some colder temps up in there. So that's kind of it for the weather portion. And while we're here, let's switch it over to precipitation and just see what we've got coming for there. All right, that low is moving off, and it will probably drift to the east, and that is a good thing. Yvonne did mention that they had a lot of fog this morning there in Iceland, and that wouldn't surprise me at all. We still see more fog in the northern areas, and some snow over in the glacial snowfields over by Grimsvatn and the Bardabunga area. So a little bit of precipitation there, nothing unusual. I don't even want to talk about this almost continent here, and because I know what's coming down there, and it isn't green. Oh boy. Anyway, yeah, we do see up here Baffin Bay area, big system sitting right in there, Baffin Island and Davis Strait here. We do see that stuff doing its thing. Hudson Bay still has that low sitting in there and creating a drawdown for that cold air. Unfortunately, we do have a low sitting over us here in Alberta, and then another one out there in off the coast of British Columbia. Hopefully, that won't bring too much moisture in. And our storm out here has slowed down. That was Cave, and it really has not brought the muchly requested rain that everybody was hoping for. Has not really popped in there. It might be just way too hot for it to rain. Anyway, looking at what we're seeing in the U.S., a little bit in California, also a little bit still in Arizona, and as we move over, New Mexico still has some small storms, nothing major. Texas, a few isolated ones, and then when we get over into Mississippi and Louisiana and that, we see a little bit more. It's developing, and as we go up here, we are seeing all kinds of stuff. So Grand Rapids, Michigan, kind of being almost in the center. No, hang on. What's right in the middle of this? We got, oh, it's sitting right on Chicago. Yep, so they will be getting some stormy weather there, right there. No, I'm not sure, DJ. I didn't check what color that snow is. Anyway, looking at Florida, we see some storms, and I don't know if this is going to try to organize itself a little bit more, but that is just a fairly weak system there, so we're going to have some isolated storms all the way up the eastern coast, all the way to New York. Looks like Virginia Beach and Richmond area, and those places are getting where most of it right now. Hopefully it won't be too bad for them, sliding up a little bit more. New York, some rain. Pardon me. Anyway, sliding up, not bad in Maine, not bad here in New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Halifax, probably. Well, we looked at Halifax earlier there, not raining. We do see that system off the coast though, so part of Newfoundland getting hit with that. Looking at what we see, Central and South America, we do see our Amazon, northern portions of the Amazon getting a lot of rain, and don't see too much anywhere else till we get over here in Chile, and we see that system hitting the coastline there, sliding over a little bit into New Zealand area now. There's that nasty high that's pushing all that stuff in. Causing the lows to swirl the other way. So you've got a low there, and you've got another low center right there, and between the two, they are creating a bicycle of cold weather for them, unfortunately, and that is what we're seeing, and that's why it's so darn cold. Nasty, nasty, Mother Nature. Any year. Oh my God, look at those. There's flakes in Tasmania. Those poor Tasmanian devils. They're going to be freezing again. This high needs to move over a little bit more and give them a little better warmth. Not too much rain in Australia though. We do see some down here in the southern area. And then again from Brisbane, just north of Brisbane, inland a little bit. So that's what we've got. Looking at actually, where are we here? Fijian area and that going out, not bad. They're going to see some out in Tonga and those areas as well as Fiji. Probably get some rain. And we see Papua New Guinea area definitely getting some. Looks like a little bit of a break for these guys in the eastern portions of Indonesia, but still a lot of stormy stuff going on in the west, and we see that piling up there. Yep, Bangkok, rain. That's why it's cooler. So they probably like that. Anyway, not too bad here in the Philippines. Philippine Sea does have some rain in it, but these nasty systems that are coming in, I don't know what's going to happen with it. But if this one does get pressured, it probably will head for Korea, just like the other one did. Going up a little bit more, we don't see too much. Lots of fog in Japan. And Kamchatka Peninsula, a bit of rain on there, not too much. And we see this low north of the Aleutian Islands. It's doing a tremendous thing there. And of course, a western portion and the, I guess, Anchorage area, those areas in Alaska getting some rain right now as well. Sliding over a little bit more, looking at we had that low sitting right there, and I was right. That is creating a big storm in central India, and we do have it feeding from the edges of the coast. So places like Mumbai getting nailed, and then I guess over here in the lower lying lands, that's not good for them. But I do believe that's Bangladesh over here is going to get flooding probably, and as soon as we move over a little bit, it doesn't look like too much in Pakistan, nothing in Afghanistan, Oman, Yemen, UAE. Nobody gets rain there. You have to pay for your water. Sahara Desert, no way, nothing. And let's go take a look and see what we've got here. And I don't know what's going to happen with this. There's too much confusion here as to which direction this is actually heading. Some of it is going east, some of it is going west, some of it is going north, some of it is going south. But I do know that Piggy wants some down here in Kos. So if anybody's got some rain, take your water bomber and go for it, and dump some water into Kos there. That would be cool. And looking at this system off the coast, not sure where that's going to go yet, and if it's going to strengthen, but not seeing too much in Spain. A few spots, same thing with England, Germany doing all right. We do see over here near Minsk, and that that's kind of the center of where that low is almost. Actually, it's here, but it'll go there. It'll get there. And looking at the northern portions of England and Scotland and Wales is getting some too. Some rain up there. Not too much in Ireland. Western portions look fairly dry, but with these systems being here, that will likely push that front through, and they'll see a little bit of more moisture there. Going up in Norway and Sweden, Finland, nothing until you get up into the top portions, and we've got a big low sitting up there doing its thing. So that's kind of what we've got. That's it for the most part for our wonderful weather. We know that some areas are better off than others, and as I always mention, we see what we call or refer to as the equatorial storm, and it seems to be there. Some places it takes a little bit of a dip, but for the most part goes all the way across the planet. And then we also see, like I said, these guys lined up, and I'm thinking this guy is going to go up towards Korea, same as the other one we had prior to that. But we'll see what happens. Okay, putting it back on temperature, we will take a look and see what we can find for our coldest temperature on the planet. And we are working on so far minus 78 degrees Celsius, just in the split seconds that I've been looking. And if we zoom in here, I will in all likelihood find something colder than that. But We'll see if we go find it. And 74, 75, no, cool, not cooler, that's warmer, warmer, and looking in the other areas here, 67, 69, yep, not done looking yet, just checking around, seeing what we've got, and that would be, yeah, I think right in here is where we are seeing our coldest temperatures, and that is kind of what we've got. Is I did have minus 79 here. Where is it? There's minus 79, and whoop, it was there. There it is. Oh, minus 80, and okay, I'm going to stop at minus 80, so that'll be good. Minus 80 degrees Celsius. That is plenty cold for me. Sue Hayes, she found a minus 81. Excellent, Sue. And of course, you beat me by a degree. And I guess I'm just slightly off. I saw it. Woo, okay, that is awesome. And it's close anyway. Like I said, you're not going to feel the difference between the two, and I guarantee that. And that is what we've got there. So no worries, you guys. And we'll zoom back out, and we'll leave our weather be. And I'm going to wrap things up for today, so we'll throw it back on our lava scene. Actually, before I do that, I just want to check a couple of volcanoes real quick. And of course, the one that I'm interested in is in Japan, and that is Sakurajima. Where the heck is it? Why am I not seeing it? There we are. Okay, Sakurajima. We do have another ice cream boat coming in, so if you wanted to run down there, you could. There is none docked there right now, so you'll have to wait till he gets there. But you can have some. There's the closer view of what's going on. Those clouds are moving pretty quick, as far as I can tell. So a lot of wind involved there. And the other one, of course, I said we'd go back and take a look at Taal, and there it is. So Taal, we've got a lot of stuff up in the air here, clouds, evaporation and stuff, but we're not seeing anything coming from the Taal volcano, just to wrap things up for today. So let's put you back onto our wonderful lava, the canned lava, and we'll go from there, you guys. And there it is. And on that friendly note, it's time for me to wrap things up. Only had one super chat today, and that was from our wonderful Mummy of Hamsters. Thank you kindly. I'm still obsessed with Iceland. Well, we all are. We love Iceland. And Iceland, especially the hot dogs. If it wasn't for hot dogs and volcanoes, I wouldn't be interested in Iceland. It's wonderful, and it's awesome. Anyway, that's our super chatter for today. Mummy of Hamsters, and thank you kindly. Super chat incoming. What's going on, Sharon? And we'll see what happens there. But I want to say a big thank you to all of you for being here, especially to every one of those who hit that like button, the entire Lava family, of course. That is all of you, and it doesn't matter whether you're a member or not a member or that type of thing. Wow, Sharon Stewart, why, thank you very much for that. That is awesome, Sharon Stewart. Thank you very kindly for that very generous $21 super chat. That is really, really kind of you. I appreciate it, and thank you. That is very, very kind. And you are most welcome, Sharon. Thank you. Nearly forgot. A good reminder. Okay, no worries. Thanks. And that's awesome. Okay, wow, Dinkle Storm Chaser throws in a €2 super chat too. So thank you, Dinkle Storm Chaser. Barbara, there we go, and thank you very kindly. Do appreciate that awesome support. Oh, Grandma B too. I'm looking down writing, and I look up and. Thank you, Grandma B. There we go. And throwing out that $3 super chat in there. Thank you very kindly, all of you. That is awesome. Thank you, Grandma B. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Sharon. And thank you, Jackie, old mummy of hamsters. And really, I do appreciate all of it. You guys are awesome. Okay, also big thank you to our wonderful moderators, Arizona Snowman, Piggy, C&D Boy, and of course the ones that are hiding in the background as well. And we thank you, Dr. Fox. Thanks, Grandma B. So guys like Gary 24/7 EZ Skies, 24/7 Live EZ Skies, hiding in the background there. I appreciate that. And that's all cool. Thank you, moderators. You guys are awesome. And basically, thank you, everyone. Today is Sunday, of course. So tomorrow, being Monday, we're back to normal time, weekday times, and we will do our things then. So be good, be kind, and take care of everyone. Take care of yourselves, and please, most of all, really, and I mean it, seriously, tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Take care, good night, oink oink.